What's up, Dominators? Welcome back to the VG Shy channel, and today I present to you my Keter Sanctuary deck recipe. So I'm extremely sorry for not uploading for like 2 weeks. I was really busy during this time. I'm gonna, start university very soon. That's one of the reasons why I'm be busy with all the administration stuff. But I am back. Yes, don't worry. There'll still be a slow inflow of videos, unfortunately, because as Singapore is still undergoing a heightened phase due to COVID, the rise of COVID cases. So I'm not able to invite like Daryl and my other friends over, like Wilson, they all, to actually film that recipes. But don't worry, I'll get at least a few fights out, and hopefully BTO2 rolls around, I'll post more how you say videos about the new cards and new deck recipes then. So yeah, for now we're just gonna take a look into the Keter Sentry, what we're gonna have in the deck for both Bastion and HexaOrb. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So this is pretty much the summarized Bastion deck. I think it's really simple. It's a bit like Dimensional Police, where you run a shit ton of grade 3s and only one grade 2 you actually run in the deck, which is their right deck. So of course the right deck contains the grade 0, 1, 2 and Bastion as your grade 3 of course. Other than that, you don't really run any other grade 2s except for one in your right deck, and then other that your grade 1s consist of that one card in your right deck as well, and then 4 PGs. Other than that, all of your grade 3s, other than that, all cards in the deck are grade 3s, all triggers. So yeah, I think it's possible depending on which one you want to run and which one you want to cut, based on the list that I have. Triggers, of course, is up to you. It's really your choice. You can run six crits, six crits, 5 draws, one over trigger, and then 4 heals. Sure, that's fine with me. But other than that, yeah, this is like I would say the more meta deck, more tier 1-ish deck compared to other decks in the meta right now. But mostly, yeah, it's Dark States, Final Rush probably, Final Rush, Baron Magnus, and probably Bastion up in the tier list. So yeah, what's good about this deck? It really hits hard during a grade 3 turn. As for Bastion skill, you gain 10k whenever you draw a grade 3, and then you get to stand in rear guard, so it's a multi attack, a 4 attack deck. At the same time, you have cards that gives you on hit pressure to counter soul charge and unable to retire. But I think more OP cards are like this card right here. I'm gonna click on it right here. So it's in Japanese, unfortunately. I can't show you the English version because there's no English deck builder. On place count plus Soul Blast, you call one grade 3, draw 2. And then every time this unit attacks, if you are grade 3 and above, this unit gets plus 5k. So it's really strong. And the auto skill is every time when you attack, so you can stand it due to Bastion skill and then attack again, gets another 5k, and then Bastion skill activates for all your grade 3 gains plus 2k. It might not seem a lot, but it actually makes quite a huge magic number when your opponent's at grade 2, yeah, and you focus right up to grade 3. So other than that, I think the deck is quite balanced. Problem is it's only lacking a little bit in terms of the shield value. That's one of the reasons why I run this card. On place Garden Circle, for each of your grade 3s, you gain for plus 5k. So for each of your 2 other grade 3s. So total maximum you can gain is plus 15k shield, I guess. So yeah, it's a 15k shield grade 3. And then for pushing power, of course, you have this card right here, Soul Blast 2. During this turn, all your grade 3s gain boost, which is really good. Multi-attack Madness even more if you want to go with the Battle Sister route. Whenever I check a trigger, you count plus 2, stand this unit gains plus 5k, which is good. And then, of course, final pushing power, push the card into your soul, choose one of your grade 3s, gains plus 10k and then after. So it's really strong. I really like this deck a lot. It gives you a free plus for your right line as well. Grade 1, riding up to grade 2, the grade 2 skills states with 2 grade 3s, you call top card, and then when you ride into Bastion, grade 2 skills activates, reveal 3 grade 3s, you draw a card. So yeah, it's a free plus, and I think this deck is really strong. Moving on to HexaOrb, I think HexaOrb is a little bit more tough for me to decisively say that what definite build there is, because there are really so much limited cards in the deck for me to actually work with. So what I've come up with is this list right here. So of course you don't really need to follow my list, you can run your own, but this is what I think is the best, I would say, according to the playtest and what my friends have been playtesting as well. So triggers, as I said before, let's start off with triggers. Flexible, but I think you might want to run more fronts in this deck compared to the crits. due to HexaOrb skill. Right line, we have this great one right here. We have which great one? This one. On right, count plus one, draw one, circle Magus. And then, of course, the OP grade 2 on right, HexaOrb, top 3, rearrange in any order that you want, which is really good. Unfortunately, this deck would be way better if that skill was attached to HexaOrb, but of course, that is not the case. HexaOrb skills, whenever you check a trigger again, choose one units against plus 10k, which is really good. And then if you Persona right, Count Lost Soul Blast, you may review up to one crit or front trigger put on top of your deck. And then you perform a triple drive stun. So it's not really that good, but yeah, this deck is trying to imitate like OTT, what OTT used to do in V series, but unfortunately, it's not really that good. So yeah, the cards that supporting this HexaOrb format, not HexaOrb format, this HexaOrb archetype, yes, archetype is not really strong because you really don't really have much pushing power and not as much scry power as the previous OTT V series had. That's one of the reasons why. So it's harder for you to push through the defenses, but of course this deck I would say is still probably a little bit more viable than Eugene. But yeah, other than that, the deck list looks pretty much like this. You got cards that check the top card of your deck with Soul Blast 1 rest this card, check top 2, 1 top 1 bottom. This card that refunds its own self cost, Soul Blast 1 retire, draw 1. This one I guess it's for whenever you check a trigger, you may Soul Blast 1 this unit against plus 5k. So a little bit of pushing power there, I would say. But other than that, this deck doesn't really have much in terms of checking the top card of your deck to ensure that you get a trigger. And of course, running this card makes you wonder as well whether you are lucky enough to get a trigger, or if you have enough cards in the deck to actually scry for the trigger in order to activate her effect. So yeah, I think that's about it for Keter. I have left what's called what's the Zorga deck list, which is Stokia, right? I kind of forgot what the name there for a second. Stokia and Brangate to go through, so I'll be going through them in another video hopefully really soon. But thank you much for watching. So sorry for the delay in my videos, but I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time, Dominators. Peace.